Hi, Dr. Kelly here. And in this video, I am going to talk to my friend Christine about GABA. So Christine and I were talking a few weeks ago, and she mentioned that she loves GABA. So I wanted to ask her about when she started taking it. I mean, Christine is one of the most zen, chill people you will ever meet. So I thought it was a little curious that she has been taking GABA. So if you're wondering if GABA supplementation might be helpful for you, you're not sure, this might be helpful. So if you're low in GABA, signs of being low in GABA are usually cravings for carbohydrates, alcohol, or drugs for relaxation. And if you have a really hard time just loosening up and you're just unable to relax, or it's really difficult for you to relax, you might be low in GABA. Also feeling stressed, burned out, and also that stiff, tense kind of tension in the body. So when we hold a lot of tension in the body, that's often low GABA. And so supplementing with some GABA can be really helpful. Also, one last thing is if you're feeling really overwhelmed. So life is just feeling super overwhelming, which I don't know many people that don't feel that way right now, but if it's just persistently feeling that way, then GABA might be something that you want to try. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. Please, if you like this video, hit like. And then if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Kelly.
Good morning. It's so good to see you.
You too.
Okay. So I'm grateful that you are willing to talk to me a little bit about GABA, because when we were talking and you said, oh, I love GABA, I was like, oh, well, we need to talk about that. Like,
yeah.
When did you start taking GABA, and what was going on for you that you thought, hey, maybe a little GABA might be helpful?
So I started taking it, it's probably been 2 years since I started taking it. I mean, it's been a while.
Okay.
And I don't really remember what prompted it. I think it was something that you shared. It was like a sheet of like what nutrient you might be lacking or what supplement to take. And I was kind of going through it. And I don't tend to have, or at least I don't feel like I tend to have a lot of anxiety, but there was something about GABA that resonated in terms of what some of the, some of what you might be feeling if you are lacking GABA in your system.
Yeah. Well, because I know you're a great eater. You eat a whole foods diet, lots of variety. You're a yoga instructor, so you're always meditating and doing yoga. So you were already in the wellness world doing all the wellness things. I'm wondering if maybe the GABA, like the list, tension, like sometimes it's body tension.
Yeah.
So maybe that might have been like, oh, I kind of hold some tension in my body. Maybe some GABA would help. So you started. How often were you taking it?
So every day.
You just take it every day. Are you still taking it every day?
I still take it every day. Yeah.
Okay. So it works for you.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah. But you had some, because you were telling me about what it does to help with your thoughts, making it all the way to your mouth.
Yes.
And I was like, that is fascinating. So tell me about that. Like, what is it that it does for you?
So, and I don't know it, and this is where it's like, I don't know if it's supposed to do this. But for me, it helps the process between my brain and my delivery. So as a teacher, especially teaching in the mornings, I'm not great in the mornings. It's actually funny. We're doing this interview in the morning, but, and I took my GABA.
Okay.
But that kind of process, my brain tends to move a lot faster than my speech. And sometimes I get in that rhythm and I can talk all day, but when I'm teaching in the morning, it would take a little bit of time for me to get my momentum. And so taking it in the morning with my other vitamins and, before teaching I would see such an improvement in just my clear delivery. So it was almost as if my thought processes are a lot more clear for me to be able to deliver what I'm trying to teach versus my brain would kind of feel a little bit jumbled or be dancing around in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And this has created more of a focus for me.
Which,
So,
yes, it absolutely. Usually, something like L-theanine, which also works on GABA, very good for
yeah.
focus. So yeah, it makes sense that it's helping with that process. But I don't think I've heard anybody talk about like it makes your thoughts more clear, yes, but then to
Mhm.
be able to communicate more clearly, I think that's fascinating. That's
Yeah, and I
helpful.
did do some research
Mm-hmm.
on it sometime last year, and I was just there are some public speakers who take GABA before speaking, and
Yeah.
they say that it's to help reduce anxiety or just calm the nerves. So, and that can be, I think maybe that could be something that I was feeling was just like it's in the morning, I'm not quite grounded, feeling more anxiety than I'm used to, and not really putting like identifying what that is, and then having
Yeah.
like taking GABA has really just helped reduce
Yeah.
that.
Because I don't think you would have called that anxiety. I don't,
Mm-mm.
because you're not a super anxious person.
Nope.
So GABA can work for people who aren't even feeling like they're super anxious, even though we know it helps with. So you take other things
Mm-hmm.
along with the GABA. How did you know it was the GABA? Was it pretty quick that you were like, oh,
So
this?
I always get like a little tingly feeling.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and sometimes I would just take GABA. I mean, that
So you knew.
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew, like, I would kind of experiment just taking that in the morning because sometimes taking a lot of vitamins in the
Yeah.
morning, not really like I have to wait.
Yeah.
Do that. But
Yeah. It's too
yeah,
much. Yeah.
but I do have, there is a little bit of an energy boost for me when I take it, which is counter to its calming effect, but
Well,
it's like a
no,
clear
that
calm.
makes sense because it helps you get clear and grounded.
Mhm.
So it would give you a little more like your natural energy is able to come on through, is what I would
Yeah.
think, you know?
Yes.
Um, yeah, because I was thinking about your energy. Like you have some big energy.
Yeah.
So if it's all tangled up in the morning, it might actually feel better to you.
Yes.
If it's
Yeah, it's almost
grounded and it can
expansive.
exactly like so you can get that little tingly. That is super cool. I think
Yeah.
that is something that most people wouldn't think to try GABA to see. So I'm hoping that people will listen and go, oh, maybe I'll try a little GABA and see if it works for me. Because I found that it works pretty immediately when
It
people,
does.
and did you open the capsule and take some or you just took it in the
So I have,
capsule?
mine's the hard press.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I just take the whole, just a cap. It's like the a hard press pill.
Oh, so it's
So
not the chewable, but
not the
the
chewable. I get
capsule.
it at Sprouts. It just says calm mind, GABA calm mind. And then
And that's your brand. That's
yeah,
what you
that's my
like.
brand.
And I tell you, people get really attached to brand. And if
Hmm.
they try to switch, they're like, that just didn't work right. So that's the other thing is sometimes if you don't feel like this is the right one for you, it takes some trial and error. Yeah. So do you take it more than just in the morning or you just every day in the
Just,
morning? That's it.
just every day in the morning,
Yeah.
usually. I don't seem to need it later,
Mhm.
unless I'm feeling like I really do. But
Well,
yeah.
I wonder if you would, if there was some stressful event that you're like, oh, I'm going to take some gas. Like if you knew while you're getting
Mm.
ready to go would be the time to take GABA, not, well, that's not true. There's chewable GABA too. And I tell people keep it in your purse because you could be
Yeah.
at an event and suddenly be like, I need to chill a little bit here. And
Yeah.
that can be helpful, but
It can be helpful. I mean, I do carry it with me
just in
uh,
case.
just in case. So,
So
and
you're,
also I
yeah.
give it to people. I give
Oh,
it to
yeah.
people like slinging GABA, like, here, you should try this. But I do give it to friends who are looking for, like, who do have a lot of anxiety and who are looking for things. And I know I have friends that now take it pretty regularly. Uh, but
Yeah.
but it works different. It seems like it's different for everyone. Like
Yes.
everyone has a little bit different
experience with it, which is why I like amino acids, I think, because your body knows what to do with amino acids. And it's not like other supplements, it really does differ in different people. So I think that's interesting and unique about that. Anything else that you found is super helpful in your routine in terms of like supplements or meditation or part of your practice? Anything?
Yeah, definitely meditate every morning. Ground, shield, meditate, take this like few moments of silence. But when I am on the go, like it's always helpful to have that extra supplement to kind of create that spacious feeling when needed. And also been getting outside during prime D hours lately, Kelly. So
yay. Good.
And that's been so helpful, especially in like the dreary end of winter, like waiting for spring. Yeah.
Right. We have how many days left? Like 5 or something? 6?
Yeah.
4? I don't know. We're close. Spring is close. Yes. But the circadian rhythm, and just the vitamin D, getting outside, all of that's super important. So so tell me, how long have you been teaching yoga?
11 years.
Yeah. So I think, were you calm before? Were you just like kind of a calm, chill person your whole life before that?
Oh, no. I have that demeanor, and everyone has always told me that. Like, I have a very zen, calming energy. I was a very angry child and teenager. So
wow.
Definitely had a lot of emotional imbalances for a long time. And then that really, I kind of grew out of it after a while. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With all that anger though, did you do something with it? Did you channel it in a different way? Did you work on it? What happened?
I mean, I did work on it. I worked on myself. I mean, a lot with, really with yoga, with meditation, with, being outside, and just for myself, I require a lot of solitude. And that has been like taking that time for myself has been key, I think, in my own development and working to change my story, really.
Right. Well, as the oldest of 4 girls in a house, I mean, I'm guessing like you were kind of intense. You're the oldest, so you probably got some of those characteristics of being in charge and all of that. But then
I still have that. Yeah. I still have the bossy sister.
Well, you're also a manifester, right? So the big energy.
Big energy. Yeah.
Big ideas.
And I'm very confident that I'm right. So when I'm not, it feels like the rug swept out from underneath me. I have a hard time like recalibrating.
So now you've got all the tools.
Yeah.
You've got your meditation, your yoga, you're being outside, and you carry your GABA. So you're good.
I'm good. I've got it on. I've got it down pretty well right now.
Yeah. Because you really do have very calm energy, but big energy. So that's, just being around you sometimes. I think that might be difficult for some people because you just keep moving. Of like, this is what we're doing. And some people have no idea what's happening. They're still like, wait, could you just tell me what are we doing?
My sisters like to say I just like have ridiculously high, broad expectations of everything. So it's always like the big vision of like everything that's going to happen. And then everybody's roles that, and everyone has to meet it, including myself. And so that's, usually,
Yeah.
Can be great for some things. Can be great. Visionary can be great. And also to reel it in a lot of times.
Right. Well, and I'm guessing that your practice of just getting still and quiet so that you could even recognize it. Because when you start to notice that the people around you have like a blank or like what, I don't know, like they're backing up, something's happening where you're like, what's wrong, people? This is this is the vision.
Yeah.
This is your role. Why are you not doing it? Like you have to step back and say, oh, I'm doing it again. Like I need to reel it in, tell them the step functions.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
Delegate with compassion.
Yeah. Well, and self-compassion, like lots of self-compassion.
Lots of self-compassion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And recognizing my, having some humility.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I do think when you said I kind of grew out of that, you worked on yourself a lot. Mm-hmm. But you also, there is something to the maturity of being able to just literally see something that you couldn't see when you were young.
Right.
Like we just can't see it because we're in the middle of it. Now we can have a little more perspective. Yep. Well, I can have a lot more because I'm way older than you are.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. And I will say probably I have to contribute some of that balancing to my husband because he's like super chill and laid back. I mean, he can have big energy too, but he's just very practical, even keel most of the time. Mm-hmm. So it's really helped me realize like, wow, I'm being totally like a wild person right now. And I could just like calm it down just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to have that counterbalance or balancing whatever. Yeah. Nice.
Helpful.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else you want to say about GABA before we, or about anything?
Try it.
Mind, body, soul, food. Like this is what we talk about on this channel.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've really found it to be so helpful. I don't see any time soon that I would not be incorporating it into my daily routine.
Right. So you wouldn't take a break, you think, and see?
I mean, I do sometimes, like if I'm traveling, I don't have it with me, but I definitely prefer it.
I was like, that might be the time to have it. Is when you're traveling. But right.
Yeah. I mean, there's, I do take breaks with everything, but I think it's been really helpful and, just continuous like self-work and creating spaciousness in the mornings has been a big part of my life with having, time for yoga and meditation and nature. Mm-hmm. And I think they all work really well together. Right. Supportive, integrative practices. So
yes, I can see that. Yeah. And it makes it fun to be around you when you're doing all of those things for yourself.
Yeah. Much more fun.
Yeah. Well, I am grateful. Thank you so much for taking the time to just talk about what your experience with GABA and some other things. So I appreciate you being here. Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.